Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today MQTT Broca part 8 messages settings. So I will be talking about quality of service messages, retained messages and last will messages. So basically quality of service messages, you can have three different options: 0, 1 and 2. Message 0 is the message which is called like hit and send and forget. Message quality QOS 1 is the message which will be delivered at least once with confirmation required. QOS 2 is the message which will be delivered at exactly once by using 4-step handshake. So basically message 1 and 2 are pretty the same when you're setting up when you're receiving them, but the difference is the QoS 1 may be received more than once. The QoS 2 will be received by the client exactly once, but require more resources as it's using 4-step handshake. So let me go to Node-RED. I set 3 different instances of Node-RED. One is admin, one is client, and client 2. So basically I prep the flow. So we got here messages with QoS 0, QoS 1 and QoS 2. So basically how it works: if I inject this message on admin, I will receive them on client 1 in debug window, of course. And if I shut down the client 1 and then inject these messages again, then basically QoS 0, it will basically disappear, but QoS 1 and QoS 2, I will receive these messages on client 1 once the client is back online, connected back to the MQTT Broca. So let me try first, inject each one. We did receive them. Basically this is complete message order. Let me do it this way. And let me clear all the debug window first. Go back to admin. I'm gonna shut down this client. And try to inject those messages again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What else I didn't say first? Basically, client 1 received the message as QoS 0 from admin, and same QoS 1, QoS 2. Basically now the client 1 is offline, and when it will reconnect, it will receive these messages, QoS 1 and QoS 2. QoS 0 obviously will be gone, as it is shoot and forget. And we wouldn't be able to see this message in the debug window because the client 1 once starts up, will receive this message, but because we're using a web server, we won't be able to see it so quick. So I redirect this message and to new topic, QoS to admin. That way we will be able to see this message going back from client 1 in the admin instance. So let me start this instance again. And once the client 1 starts up, we'll receive the message from Broca and redirect this message as QoS 1 from admin, QoS 2 from admin. and as you can see they appear. If we go back to client, they're not here. Obviously it did receive, but the client one web server wasn't able to show the debug output. So that's how it works, the QoS messages. Basically it's hard to show the difference between QoS 1 and QoS 2. I wasn't able to create this kind of flow, so you can see that difference, but basically works as I said in the beginning. So that's all for now for QoS. I will go back to show you the other thing. When you do the settings, the keep alive, use clean session, and this option as well, automatically unsubscribe when disconnecting. So okay, next, retain messages. Basically retain messages works kind of similar way. The broker, once you set in the property retain true, every last message will be retained in the broker cache memory. So if I'm injecting now timestamp true or false, it will retain the last message. So like right now the client one is connected and it's up and running, so basically received all the three messages. But if the client one is off, then it will, once it's reconnecting back to the broker, it will receive the last message, in this case boolean false. So I could actually stop this client again like this, but to see the retained message you can also redeploy the Node-RED instance. So let me do that, and again it's popping one more false message. If I go now back to the admin account, admin instance, inject the timestamp again, redeploy, it's received the timestamp. So basically retain option works in the way retaining the last message, not like retaining all the messages like in QoS 1 or QoS 2. So for example, if the client one is offline and some device will inject one message per second, and that client one is off for example 1 hour, then the broker will keep about 3600 messages, and when the client one reconnects, it will receive all these 3600 messages. If the option retain it's true, it will receive only the last message, no matter what the previous messages was. So that's a main difference. Try to remember this when you having problem with the connection. Basically it may overwhelm the broker maybe not so much, because if you're running the broker on Raspberry Pi 4, for example, Raspberry Pi 4 is quite powerful and probably won't make a lot of difference if it's only one message, I mean only one topic repeated 3600 times. But some clients like ESP devices may have difficult to reconnect and read all these messages. Try to bear in mind this thing. In my opinion, use the QoS 1 or QoS 2 if you absolutely have to. I never really use the QoS 1 or QoS 2 or even retain messages. If you read just the temperature, it doesn't really matter, but some cases you may need to use it then, but bear in mind what may happen. Also, when we done this retain functionality, if we enable this retain functionality by setting the true, so you think just put false and deploy, and that should be enough, but is not. Basically, this message, even if you change the settings, this message is still in the cage of the broker, in the broker cage. So for example, if I redeploy this one, I will still will be able to see the last retained message. So what you can do, in the first place, you have to change obviously to false, deploy it, and then inject the same topic again, retain topic, with empty message, with the empty payload. Otherwise this message, it will be always there. So let me do this one. As you can see, is empty. Go back to client, redeploy it again, and I won't have it anymore. This message this way gets deleted by publishing the topic, the retain topic, with empty payload. So okay, that's roughly what it is with those two. The last one, it's message, last will messages. So basically you can set them on broker settings in the window messages. Oh sorry, this is client one actually instance. So let's go to admin. And like this, I got set what will be a payload for birth message, what will be a payload for close message, and what will be a payload for will message. So basically, birth message, when this client reconnects back in to the broker, it will publish the topic admin birth with the payload admin online. If the client gets shut down, I mean in the way, for example, I got a virtual machine, this is the client 2, or if I shut down this virtual machine by using stop, it will basically works in the same way as you have Raspberry Pi and you just unplug it straight away. Or shut down, basically when you shut down, you will type in, say for example in the command line, sudo shutdown, so it will slowly shut down that Raspberry Pi, and we will have the MQTT client, or in this case Node-RED client with broker assigned to it. It will send a message, I'm shutting down. It will have that time. So for example, let me clean all these windows. And on the client one, I will enable the debugs. And this is the admin client, as you can see the IP address. Let me shut down first and see the output. Oh, it's already here. Admin shutting down. So it's shutting down. I'm gonna start it again in a minute. Also it show me shutdown. And I should see admin back online. Admin online. And now power loss. So that's like someone come and unplug the client with Raspberry Pi with onboard client, MQTT client. So what I can do, I can just stop it. That's the same way. And as you can see, admin unexpected power off. So right now I make the video shorter. I just told you straight, I just cut this piece, the waiting time. I have set, sorry, okay, I set 60 seconds. So this means if I unplug that client, that Raspberry Pi with the client, I should get the output of the debug node about 60 seconds, roughly, maybe more or less. So I could set 6 seconds as well, and it will be shorter time before I get this message. These messages, admin online or admin shutting down, they should be pretty quick, straight after I give a command to shut down the client, or straight after the client is back online. But this one needs to get certain time, because basically what the client does and the broker, they communicate every 60 seconds and telling for each other I'm alive. So if you unplug that Raspberry Pi, the broker will expect after 60 seconds get that signal I'm alive, and because it doesn't get that signal, understanding, oh, the admin have unexpected power off, and that's why publishing this message. Okay, another thing is use clean session. What is that? If I click this one, I wouldn't get any of the QoS messages. If I use this one, I will get only the messages if I shut down the client instead of unplugging off or stopping the client. If I stop the client or I unplug the client, I wouldn't be able to get these messages. So if I tick this box, no messages at all. If I tick this box, if I shut down the client, I will get the messages. If I unplug the client, I wouldn't get any. That's the thing as well. So I think this is all for today's video. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.